into, okay, how many employees did you have? Okay, let's say you had 5 employees and you had 2 software developers. Even if you only have 2 or 3 employees, these could be qualified employees. And, you know, if you are paying them wages, or if you're paying a third party to develop for you, you know, these are qualified costs. And so for the work that you're already doing, the work that you're already paying for, you know, these are qualified costs that could be generated into an R&D tax credit, both on the federal and state level. And most importantly, for, you know, startups less than 5 years, these tax credits generated can offset quarterly payroll tax. I can't stress that enough, how important it is for startups. You know, as you know, cash is king, and, you know, if there's any way a startup can get cash back, I think, you know, just about anyone would be interested. So, you know, what we do is, you know, try to educate and, you know, work with the CPAs, the accountants, to make sure that everyone's comfortable with, you know, what an R&D tax credit is and how it can be applied to, you know, these tech companies. And we do think that it's going to be more readily available down the road. A lot more CPAs will learn how to do the tax credit now that it's permanent. You know, I think one thing that's really important, you know, just because you can know how to calculate it, it is very, very important on documenting these tax credits. You know, one of the things that I learned at my prior firm was that, you know, you can calculate tax credits, but if you don't document it up front, you know, let's say it gets audited in 2 years, but the study that we just did was for the last 3. That means we have to go back almost 5-6 years to find the documentation to substantiate, and that's when it can get really messy. And so what we really focus on at Visionary Tax and, you know, consulting our clients is making sure that the documentation is readily available from the start. And, you know, those are some of the first questions that we do ask some of our clients is, you know, what type of documentation is available? And from there, we can kind of determine, you know, how long it's going to kind of take us to, you know, work with, whether it's the admin or the technical team or the CEO, on gathering this documentation and, you know, writing up these deliverable audit-ready reports. That in case anything was ever to get audited, you know, we already have the documentation. And so it's really important for us to not only calculate, but to be able to substantiate. And what we hope to be here in the emerging tech space is just, you know, a company that wants to standardize this process and wants to be looked at as a leader in the space as far as R&D tax credits for just the emerging tech. You know, there's almost any industry can qualify, whether it's engineering, architects, manufacturing, food and beverage, aerospace, you know, software development, you name it. All these industries qualify to some extent. You know, we have partnered up with some of, you know, some industry leaders in the VR, AR space, the AI, the blockchain, the FinTech. And so, you know, by having, you know, some of these industry leaders with 10, 20 years of experience, you know, helping us, guiding us with what does qualify, you know, as well as my expertise and some of my partners, you know, the combination of the technical team and us, the R&D experts, you know, we think we have a great model to be able to really leverage and teach and educate, you know, these tech companies that were never really eligible or looked into the tax credit